to this week's flower arranging tutorial. I'm Hannah, and today we're going to have a great palette to work with yellows, greens, and pinks all together. So the floral that I chose today, these unique flax leaves, which if you've seen these videos before, you'll know that I love them, and they're so useful in every way. We have lots of green hypericum berries, which I think just add that perfect touch to some kind of spring low arrangement. Green glads, pink cremones, those I'll pop off the head. They have this nice cushion right in the center, which is really adorable and kind of varies outward by the size of the petals. Be careful when you do this. Next, we have nice green buttons, quite a few of them as well. And this crisp green, you just really can't find it. It's kind of a chartreuse, and there's not a lot of flowers that have this quality, which makes it so unique. Possibly this green spiders and some green cymbidiums. But otherwise, this bright color is just so hard to find. It's a perfect thing to use. Next, aspidistra leaves. So to get started, the vases I chose, this nice tapered vase, which is kind of the perfect thing to use for glads. I love it for a simple piece. And then I also chose this. It's kind of a taller, low and lush arrangement. And you know, it's nice for kind of like a front desk or, you know, in your home, right by the entryway, somewhere like that, or even a kitchen. So to start, I want to start with my taper vase. And right when I saw this, I knew I wanted to put glads in it. There's something about green glads, they're so refreshing. I love the color, I love how they always come so nice and fully bloomed. Just the perfect accent. So I'm just going to kind of shuck this just like I would shucking corn. Kind of pull off the leaves. Check and make sure all my blooms are okay. There we go. Next, I'm going to take these and I'm going to group them so that the stems hit exactly the same place on the bottoms. And I want to spiral them together. Because what I want them to do is to stand up on their own without the help of the vase. This ends up creating a really natural, crisp, clean look. So what I want to do now is bind them with some wire. And I want to give them just enough room to be able to splay outwards. So now that I've got this nice and tight, just wrap the loose. And then I can decide exactly how I want them to land. So we'll cut a little bit off. Now, before I place this in the vase, I want to take one of my flax leaves. Actually, we'll just kind of bend this one out. I'm going to create some little loops. Yeah. And then I'm going to staple these in place. Oh. Next, I'm going to just flatten one all the way out. So for this one, I'm going to place it right underneath my glads. I'm going to make a nice tie. Now this is essentially the only purpose for this, is to hold my glads in place and to cover the spot where that tacky wire is. So now I'm just going to cut this into kind of a crisp V. That way it doesn't look like I cut it too much. Perfect. Here we go. We'll set it over. And do a backwards V on this side. And this is just going to rest right inside. Kind of create a bubble in the back of my flax and glads. Oh, I think I need to cut some more off. Much better. Just slides right in. Just kind of creates this unique shape. Perfect. Now I'm going to place this right in the vase. Keeping in mind, here we go. And we'll just tighten it up a little bit. And then pull out my glads. They splay out in each direction. Perfect. Great. And see, it's nice, modern, clean, and simple. It's exactly what I would want in my home. It's kind of just that one special pop of something, but it has style as well, so it's not like you just threw it in a vase. So place this off to the side for a second. Oh, cutie, stay up. All right, now I'm going to work on this, and I'm kind of just going to create a lush piece out of it, pulling off any of these little leaves. There we go. And I can't say enough about the colors this week. The lime is just such a fun color to work with. Limes, hot pinks, all those colors, and then a little brush of light pink. It's the perfect thing to have during springtime. Once again, I always cross my stems. If you don't do it now, you'll kind of regret it later. So if you always just go with the mindset that you're going to be crossing your stems, every arrangement will always turn out to have balance. It's just like the French hand tie their arrangements. It's the perfect way to hold everything together. And it also creates that crisp, clean cohesion. So again, I'm just going to keep going in. So now that I have my button base, I'm just filling in with the hypericum. You'll notice gaps in between the flowers that you put in before. It's the perfect opportunity to add something to fill them. And if you do it in the right way, even if you don't have a lot of flowers, it'll still look full. And always give your flowers just enough room to kind of let go a little bit. You'll notice here I've only put in, let's see here, I've only put in 7 stems. And already it looks so full and big. You just kind of have to let them do their job. Let them kind of splay out a little bit more. Perfect. Now, we'll move on to our nice cremones. You'll notice today I've been leaving a lot of the foliage on. It's just kind of the look I've been going for lately. Just a little bit more full and luxe. You know, I do love modern pieces, but sometimes in the spring when you're kind of inspired by all that new growth, it's just exactly what you want. Actually, let's make a nice little group of these guys. These cushions are really special as well. Some people might say, oh, they're just chrysanthemums, but they're definitely not. They have so much more going for them than just chrysanthemums. Now, I'm going to take an aspidistra leaf or two. Kind of just create a little bit of a side budget here. There we go. Just kind of sidestep these. Kind of following the direction that I have my cremones going in. Ooh, a little crazy. There we go. They kind of look like bunny ears right now, but that's why we have our friendly little flax leaf. To kind of jump into the mix and save the day. Just gonna fit this in right where the aspidistra leaf is. And then just kind of fluff everything in place, and I think we're good. So, you know, these are just the perfect way to add a touch of spring to your home. I really think that that lime green and kind of, you know, pink tones are the perfect thing for this time of the season. So I hope you guys enjoyed these arrangements, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.